Manu works in a popular ladies' beauty parlor that I frequent. In this interview, I spoke to her about her relationship with her hands. In the beauty business, the hands are not merely tools used to make or create, but used to provide a relaxing experience to another human being. I was curious to know how this lens changes Manu's relationship with her hands and the experiences that she goes through with them.
I'm Manu. I'm from Manipur. So I've been doing this work about 8 years.
What all do you do, Manu? Like, what all kind of services do you give in a beauty parlor?
Except makeup, the rest of the thing I'm doing.
Okay. So you do body massage or
Body massage also do sometime, not
Okay.
very often.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometime.
Okay. So in your work, what is the one part of your body that you are using the most according to you?
According to me is the hand.
It's your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. And because so when you use your hands, do you feel some difference in the way you are? What happens to you when you use your hands to work?
Yeah, it of course it's difference are there.
Okay.
So first, when I do some like facials and all, and eyebrows, I have to do gently how the customer wanted.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if we don't be very careful, sometimes the skin cut or some mistake will be there.
Okay.
So that will be not good. They will not be happy, and I also will feel bad when there is something happened in wrong way. So we have to be very careful in using in our hands.
How do you become careful? What do you do with your hands to feel careful? Like, is it something in your hand or is it something in your mind? How does it work?
Careful means, of course, minds also should be there. Otherwise, if our minds is not concentrate on that, we cannot be very careful. Minds and hands should work together.
Can you give me a few examples? Like, for example, if you're doing eyebrows, what is the kind of care you need to take?
The kind of care we need to take is how they wanted the shape. That is very important. And what kind of skin they have. Some people they have very loose skin. So if we don't, and very sensitive skin they have, if we don't be careful, just little thing we make mistake, the skin will peel off. Little cut also will happen in very sensitive skin, like that.
So how do you you take care of the shape, you take care of the skin, and how do you take care of what you are doing?
That means
For example, you are taking care of the shape I want. You are also observing my skin. So do your hands move differently for different kind of
yeah, we have to be
kind of
because
skin?
the pulling style and all also is very important.
Okay.
Because the pulling style is not be careful, then all the total the mold the pain they will get. So pulling style is very important in the eyebrows and all. So we have to be careful.
So Manu, when you started 8 years ago to now, do you see that how has work become different from then to now?
Yeah, it's very much it's a difference. Because the first time whatever we do, that may not be that much flown. So the longer you do, the longer your hands and your knowledge and everything will be improved. And the flow of the hands and all also is very much a difference.
Tell me more about that part. How do you see, for example, give me an example like how you gave for eyebrows. How are your hands moving differently in the other services that you offer from 8 years ago to now? What are the...
What to say that?
For example, like 8 years ago, did you have even eyebrows itself? Give me an example like that. For eyebrows, did you have a different challenge then to now?
Because in the first time when we do especially eyebrows and all, we may not be have that much confidence also, and our miles also is not free, and the shape and all also it may not be proper. Even though they have the shape nice, sometimes by mistake something will happen like that. So the longer we do all those things, it's automatically it's coming slowly. How to do, how to save it and all. So like that.
So when you do body massage also, you do facials.
Yeah.
Facials you do.
Yeah.
So in facials, a lot is hand, no?
Yeah, not just hands.
So you are giving your customer a relaxing experience.
Yeah.
What happens to you when you're giving that? Like your hands feel relaxed, or do they feel tired, or what happens to your hands?
No, I don't feel tired in my hands. So when we see that they are relaxing, because we are giving a service, no, we also happy. So my hand is no, I don't get any tiredness on my hands doing facial and all. So yeah.
What do you feel when you use your hands and touch another person's face? Do you have some emotion that happens to you?
Emotion. I don't have that much of that emotion and all, but the thing is, they come to us mainly to get a relax. So the thing is, we have as much as possible, and we have to give the best for the customer.
What I'm asking you is, do you sense where to put pressure?
Yeah, that's
How do you
and all.
sense that? How do you sense
That's
that?
and all. Because if we do the wrong pressure, they will get some headache or something uncomfortable. So some people they like hard pressure, hard. Some people they like very mild and normal, like that. So according to what they want, and this we have to do. So if we want more pressure, we have to use our strength more. So like that, and the pressure point and all also we have to be very careful.
How do you become careful of that?
Careful means we have by using our fingers, and we have to see properly also. Without seeing, simply when you do facial or anything and you talk something or something is come in your mind, means sometimes it will become automatically wrong also. Sometimes it can happen. So our minds also should be free when we are attending the customer, because if something is disturbing means you cannot.
Also, your mind also has to be free when you're using.
Our minds also has to be free. Otherwise, somebody talking, or if you are thinking in some emotion, what you are on and on something, so you cannot do it. They cannot enjoy it also. So like that.
You're saying they can also sense that you are not completely.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you enjoy the most about your job?
I love to do facial and haircut.
What do you like about facial? What do you like about haircut?
Haircut, just I enjoy that all.
Okay. But there must be a reason why you enjoy it, no?
Because one day I'll relax, we also happy, no? And when we do haircut, if they are happy, if they like me, we also happy because they look all changed.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's it.
But when you're giving a haircut, how is the experience different from giving a facial? Is
The
it different?
experience is not so much different, but the way we do that and all will be, of course, it's different. But experience and all it's okay. No
For you,
problem. Yeah,
do you
for
feel
me.
more pressure in haircut or more pressure in facial? More challenging is what?
More challenging. I don't have the different setup.
Okay.
For me, no problem.
So I'm asking, you enjoy doing facial and you enjoy doing haircut, you said.
Yeah.
But what do you feel most happy about doing the job? What is the feeling that is most happy for you? In your job, where does the happy feeling come from? Like what you're telling me about haircut is customer is happy, somebody else is happy. What is making you happy?
because that is the result of our work. No, if
Okay.
we are happy, then we also feeling more happy.
Okay.
Then
Okay. So others being happy about your work also gives you happiness.
yeah.
How should the hands of a good beautician be?
Good beautician. I don't know that. I know.
What do you think? You don't have to. You can say what you feel. There's no right or wrong. I think. What do you feel? What is a sign of a good beautician's hands?
It should be hygienic.
Okay. And you were telling me about how mind and hand has to work together,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Give me an example of that in hair cutting, for example.
Hair cutting.
There also it has to work like that? Or
Yeah, it has to work like that.
Okay. How?
It has to work because hair cutting when you can talk no problem, but sometimes as a human being, if something is disturbing in your head, in your mind, so that is some different thing is there.
Hmm.
So everything our mind should be free is the best.
Hmm. You have it has happened to you where you are able to
Yeah.
where
sometimes.
you get, then what happens?
No, sometimes by mistake, with my if our mind is not free, means sometimes by mistake, some cutting style or something will be happen
Okay.
in wrong way.
Okay. And how do you ensure that you are not getting two things are not getting mixed? How do you do something to?
No, I don't. As much as when we come to work, especially we have, as a human being, we might have something, so many things in our minds. But as much as possible, we have to be free.
How do you do the freeing? I'm so curious to know because it must be so difficult. Or is it
Yeah.
difficult or is it easy?
It's sometimes it's difficult, but still then we have to be controlled.
How do you do it? Do you consciously tell yourself, or does it when you start working it happens, or how does it happen?
Oh no, like that. So what to say? In that way. That's all I can tell. We have to be careful. That's
No, but
all.
think
We
and
have-
tell me. I'm sure it's an interesting question for you also, no? How do you do it?
So sometimes we that is the main thing is something wrong or something is happened. You try to forget. That's what, and try to empty yourself, not to disturb in your work. It should not become like a stumbling block. So we have to do as much as possible control our mind and our emotional feeling, that is good.
So when you do your work, you are completely into it, or sometimes?
Sometimes as a human being, we will be here and our minds will be somewhere. That is unavoidable. So as much as possible, our minds should be together with our body when we are working.
Do you have any other job that requires this? Can you think of any other job that requires this mind and hand coming together?
Other jobs that way. And concerning in this beauty thing.
No, like where mind and hand has to come together for it to become good. Any other job that you can think of like that? Any other example of job?
I don't know, that's a lot. But as a lady, we are working in the house also, cooking and everything. So in that also is important. So like that.
Very interesting. Thank you, Manu.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you so much for giving me your time, and it was lovely talking to you. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.